Hi there, my name is Vijay Tirathrai. I'm the Managing Director at Techstars. Techstars is a worldwide network that helps entrepreneurs succeed. We do this in several ways. One is community programs, such as Startup Weekends, where we have presence in over 1,000 cities around the world. We generate these events to help budding entrepreneurs to launch a business. Then we have accelerators. We have over 50 programs around the world in several verticals, for example, fintech, mobility, aviation, space, and so on. And thirdly, we have corporate innovation programs where we help corporates, Fortune 500 companies to help design the innovation strategy. So I'm here in Istanbul with Startup Istanbul to help seek promising startups, but also to help them through mentoring, giving them feedback, and also to engage with the broader community of mentors and investors. Well, it is my first time attending Startup Istanbul. I'm delighted to be here. It is my first day, and I have to tell you that I've been very impressed so far. I've been impressed with the organization, with the quality of startups that have been here so far, presenting on stage, and also the community who are very engaging. By the way, it's a great vibe. Well, I think Startup Istanbul is one of the top regional events, clearly, and that's the reason why I flew up here. I'm based in Abu Dhabi, and we have several regions in the MENA region, for example, as well as in Europe. But on my calendar today, Startup Istanbul is one of them that I should make a visit. Well, I think one of the things that Startup Istanbul is trying to do is really curate a list of top 100 startups. And that's really helpful for me as an investor and looking to onboard companies into our accelerator program, because a lot of the hard work and heavy lifting has been done by Startup Istanbul to select and filter through promising companies, but also being the way it's designed to help them through the mentoring process and through the filtration process of going through several rounds of presentations, help me get a better insight and feel with the startups. So I enjoy the way it's been done, and by the way, it's a great venue to meet companies from all over the world coming here. Yeah, I think that's a very difficult question to answer, but so I think when you look at the criteria to invest in startups, broadly speaking, you look at the quality of the team, the product market fit, you look at the traction, you look at the verticals that is of interest today, from my point of view. And I like energy, I like areas of enterprise software, applications using AI, blockchain, even cybersecurity, IoT applications. These are areas that are of interest to me. And I think one of the things I find in Istanbul is that you do have a broad range of companies that are coming here, pitching from not using those technology applications, but also their unique marketplaces, whether South America, Southeast Asia, for example. So I like the kind of broad spread of companies that are representative here. Well, I think if you look at what's generally happening, I think the world is becoming increasingly homogeneous in terms of the trends and the areas of investment opportunities. And I think particularly in developing markets, you have a lot of marketplace issues that are broken, that has great opportunities to fill in those gaps, whether it's logistics, whether it's supply chain, and so on and so forth. And reaching out to consumers, which traditionally, for example, in the fintech arena, unbanked markets for consumers, in transportation, which has poor infrastructure. These are great potentials for investors to look at. But the overarching areas of interest would be the use of artificial intelligence, big data. This is common that you see across the globe. And I think for me, when I look at teams, I like to see whether they are cognizant of these big trends, but how best are they using those technology in these unique marketplaces. And they've got a great insight of the customer base or the marketplace, and they bring along with them a domain knowledge of expertise. That's really interesting for us to look at these companies. So the question of gender equality that's often being asked is, this is a global issue today, and I think it's equally here in Istanbul as it is in the United States. But typically you find that 1 in 20 are female entrepreneurs when it comes to technology startups. Maybe historically the path for engineering and coding has been male dominated perhaps, but we do see now a big trend shifting in the direction in favor of gender equality and more female entrepreneurs starting up businesses. If I look at my last 2 cohorts, 20% of our companies were represented by female entrepreneurs, and we're really making a big effort. We do have a so-called big initiative by Techstars to push for increasingly women representation, not just in terms of founders, but also representative in the mentor pool, but also representative on boards, advisory boards. And we see also partnering with female entrepreneurs and female-led investment groups, whether it's VCs or family offices. It brings a slightly different perspective to the table. We also think that, in my experience, working with female-led teams, they're a lot more collaborative and a lot more skillful in dealing with complex issues than just a solo male founder, for example. So yeah, I think this is going to take a lot of time to see where you get an equal 50-50 ratio, but I can see that the trend is there, supported by a lot of initiatives on various levels. Yeah, so at Techstars, we're really looking for some really brilliant startups, made of great teams who really understand about the issues or the problem in the hand they're trying to solve. We've been really fortunate that in the 2,000 plus companies that we've invested in over the last decade, 90% of them are active. It goes to show the quality of selection and the program that we have at the 3 months accelerator provides a great opportunity for them to really build some strong fundamentals. But it's also the ongoing support that we have through our global network of mentors and investors that keep them sustained in business. So I think I like to appeal to a lot of startups to think about the accelerator as a model to enrich the experience and add value and use Techstars as a partner for them, not just to do the fundraising, but also just for them to open up the network. Because I think it's really tough to be an entrepreneur today in a hyper-competitive environment. By having the right partners on board, you can surely be a winner. Will I come back to Istanbul? Of course I will come back. This is a great venue to host a startup event such as Startup Istanbul.